Harold Ballard was the majority owner of the Toronto Maple Leafs from 1972 until his death in 1990. However, the darkest years of his ownership started in the summer of 1979, after firing general manager Jim Gregory and breaking up the star-studded team that he had put together. The Leafs would not have an above 500 season again during Harold Ballard's lifetime. The 1980s had some of the worst seasons in team history. They went through 4 general managers and 8 coaches during that time. Ballard interfered with, demeaned, and belittled the team's general managers, coaches, and players by things he said publicly and his actions. A once proud franchise was now the subject of jokes. Ridicule and mockery of the Leafs was born from this decade. In 1991, a year after the death of Harold Ballard, the Leafs hired Fletcher as president and general manager. He was previously the general manager of the 1989 Stanley Cup champion Calgary Flames. As Leafs GM, he signed Wendell Clark to a new contract and made him the captain. He brought Darryl Sittler back as a special consultant. Fletcher made many big trades to improve the team, but none bigger than the huge blockbuster deal on January 2, 1992 that made Doug Gilmour a Toronto Maple Leaf. Then, in the summer of 1992, Fletcher hired Pat Burns as coach. During the 1992-93 season, the Leafs set then-franchise team records of 44 wins and 99 points. Doug Gilmour had a franchise record 127 points. He finished as runner-up for the Hart Trophy and won the Frank J. Selke Trophy as Best Defensive Forward. Pat Burns won the Jack Adams Trophy as Coach of the Year. Those were the first major individual awards for members of the team since 1967. Fletcher was named Man of the Year and Executive of the Year by the Hockey News. All that being said, that season might most be remembered for its spectacular playoffs and the uncalled Wayne Gretzky high stick on Doug Gilmour in overtime, when the Leafs were within 1 goal of making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. The Leafs made it to the conference finals again the next year. They were the only team in the league to do that in both seasons. At the 1994 draft, Fletcher again made a huge trade. As part of a multiplayer deal, he sent Wendell Clark to the Quebec Nordiques for a 23-year-old Matt Sundin. Wendell Clark was caught by surprise and visibly upset. He had just scored 46 goals in 64 games that season. Many Leafs fans were upset too, but it turned out to be another great move by Fletcher. Plus, he brought Wendell Clark back to the Leafs less than 2 years later. The Leafs didn't perform as well after the 1994-95 lockout, and Fletcher was fired in 1997, but he will always be remembered as the man who brought the Leafs out of the dark days of the Harold Ballard era.